Well, that's a day early. So I ordered new internet modem service. Supposed to be something right here. There we go. Well, let's see what she did. I just plugged it all in. Checked I could ping 8.8.8.8, which is Google. I could. So far, it's not that fast. Just not terribly impressed. In that this webpage took forever to come up. I've seen faster internet. That is not it. It's definitely not fast internet. Wow. It's pretty odd that your upload is like at least twice your download speed. We're gonna let this sit for a little while, then restart on her. I was amused that the well, that explains why it's so slow for web pages to come up, because we're at 0.9 now. Yeah. Anyhow, the unit ironically is like the one I had 2 ago, and the screws are still in the wall. But this says 2.5 enhanced gig. So I ordered a new one of these. I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's going to be about this size. Maybe I'll just mount it to here. Maybe I could do that. So it's going to have a 10 gig capability. Of course, I don't need 10 gig. I wish it had 2.5 gig. That's really weird. Did not expect that. Anyhow, this thing works great, except now that I'm in a gig, it doesn't support a gig. It can only go to about 700 megabits per second as versus 1,000. And what if I turn in intrusion protection services? She just dies. She just cannot handle the traffic. So it slows you way down. Not as slow as what I just saw there, but it'll slow you way down. I'm gonna just pull this out, reboot on that. Yeah, that was slow. Yeah, you have to figure out. I got this bolted there. Really don't. I guess I can move that up. Move this down. I don't know. These are problems I haven't had before. So I can't get rid of that. Don't really use that. So okay, well, I'm gonna have to make some phone calls because 0.7 megabit is not 1,000. Well, it's not on this paperwork. And I guess I shouldn't be showing that paperwork. It's got my account number on there. God damn it. But you have to go ahead and hit that. I guess I should open up this piece of work. But I knew how to do all that. And I had this. I just thought it was already set up. So I'm doing that right now on my cell phone. So sometimes in the last 2 years, I got this from work. Somebody's throwing it out. It's a really expensive, very nice dog bed. And I was sitting next to the bed, my bed upstairs, Joe's bed actually. She lets me rent space. And they never used it. The dogs never sat on it. So then I bring it down here temporarily as I'm going to take it to the dog shelter to donate. And then, of course, this happens. So I don't know. I guess I'll leave it because she seems to like it. What do you think, Spike? Spike still likes his bed there. Or this bed there. Or the other bed in there. Does not like the cat hole. George? George! What are you doing, little girl? Did you lose a contact? I don't know what she's doing. I think I'll move her to this bed. Well, new venue seems to help a little bit. What her deal is. Maybe she needs some of my dirty underwear to sit on. Well, who knew about Peloton Had a speed test built into it. Well, now I know, and now you know, but I didn't know that. So I could be like riding the bike and doing a speed test. We just increased to 1 gig. This is Wi-Fi, so I'm pretty impressed with 1/4 of a gig over, well, 1 gigabit, 1,000 megabit. It's fast. It's pretty darn fast. So. Guess I need to put the bird feeder a little higher if I don't want the squirrels to jump up from the ground. I thought they were doing an aerial pursuit. Nope. He's just gone vertical. Jack, what you doing? You want in or out? Or in or out? Out or in? I've lost track today. Okay, well, it's been several days that I've been letting this test every couple days, and I've been getting in the 900s. I am only able to get the 900 because I installed and bought a new firewall, and that's this beast. She's got a pretty little display down here. She can barely see. Enhance. It's got stuff. As you can kind of tell, I don't really have it situated properly. That one I just mounted to the wall. That's a switch, dumb switch. That one I got to readopt. It's the only one that didn't adopt. But I ordered, I don't know how I'm going to do it, a bracket that I think I'm going to put across here, and then it's going to hang down, and it's for you, so it's going to sit out about that far. And I don't know, maybe I'll put it over here. I don't need the phone. I can move this, I can move this, I can move this. Basically, the switch will be hanging down like this, and the firewall will be hanging down like that. That way I can walk up to it. I can see all the numbers. Right now it's really hard to see the numbers without a cell phone. Though this worked well for the last 3 years. Then, yeah, so that should come hopefully tomorrow. We can kind of clean all this up. Do need to reset that. I'm going to need a pin for that. But what I mean is that it's not being controlled by this box. It's not being controlled at all. So it's irritating, very irritating. Where do I put the pinhole? Probably at the top where I can't get to it. This is a 8-port switch, and you might be saying, well, why do you need an 8-port switch when you have 8 ports here and you have 8 ports, 16 ports here? This is power over Ethernet, so this is supplying power to 4 devices, probably mostly access points. So there's a couple advantages here. One, I need less adapters, and 2, I can remotely power cycle this, so I could reboot, say, a access point in the ceiling, run for the basement, so I don't have to take it down and unplug it and plug it back in. I can just pull the power here. So, and I can do that electronically. But I can't right now because she's not getting adopted. So I'm going to do a factory reset. So probably going to clean on this a little bit, just a tad bit. I don't know where the hell this, oh, that's that extra cable. I need to move the extra cable up there. Just short cable down here. And I started labeling things because I'm well past the I don't know where the hell anything goes point. Now, if everything's working, I can go in here and go, oh, this is connected to this, this is connected to this. But when it's not working, like, I don't know, when I replace the switch, the router with one of these, then I don't know what's going on. Also, another thing is I need to add a hard drive. This will actually run my cameras. What cameras? Well, the camera that I bought 2 years ago that's in this bag that I can hang upside down or upside right. And, well, she doesn't zoom, she rotates. So we'll get that set up, and then I don't know where I'm going to put it. Eventually I want to put it at the top of the garage looking down the driveway. One of the cool things you can do with this is, one, I can store weeks worth of video, but 2, I can define an area, let's say my back door, as if you see any movement in front of the back door, contact me, versus school bus going up and down the street twice a day, because that's what the old camera I used to have would send me alerts, anything it saw. That was annoying. So to reset this equipment, I hold a pin down while pulling the power out and replugging it back in. So basically I just gotta push in there. I'm using my fancy pin today. Sure, a paper could work, but this is a lot more sexier. Then that tells it to reset the memory. So I'm not sure if I held it down long enough, but we'll see momentarily. Now it is booting. I can see that by the flashing lights, but I don't get flashing I'm actually doing something lights yet. But it takes about 30 seconds for this to boot. This box I really like, except, yeah, I didn't anticipate having lots of big adapters in there. And there's some things like I don't use the coax. This is actually antenna for the roof. There we go. I don't use the phone. Only phone connected right now is here. There's 2 lines runs out the house. I didn't do a patch panel where I'd run the bare wires into here and then jumpers, because just run it into there. Why go through this? This is where the old firewall was. Cut this out. So I don't know. I do like the power supply strip mounted. It just does give me a place to terminate all the Smurf tubing. So now we'll go see if the UniFi interface accepts this. So this is UniFi. So what is it? Basically, it's an operating system running an app that is freaking out. No security gateway detected. Well, that's odd. Oh. What is... That's my old system. That was an old Windows. So basically, there's my thing. It's telling me exactly how much utilization I'm using at the moment, which is 2.5 megabits, how many clients, where the clients are going, how many are active. It gives me history going back and forward. I can look at... Maybe I need to reload it. I can access this from my cell phone. I can access this from the internet. Mostly Windows clients. There's only one. Others. Lots of others. So, now if I click over here, it gives me a topology. Now this, hopefully, is working now, because it wasn't before. So these are my wired devices off the 24 switch. This is my wireless. My living room is running half the wireless devices. The garage up is running a large amount. I gotta trace some of these down and figure out what they are. Like, I know that's a Peloton. I know that's a Wemo, but I don't know what the heck that is. I got 2 of them. That's odd. So this literally tells me what's connected to what, and I think port in and out. I can do speeds. I can just click on stuff. So what I just enabled is it tells me port 2 on this box is connected to port 1 on here. And then it's kind of handy. And then this also now tells me, okay, I'm wireless, but which wireless network and how fast. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to click over here at devices, and we'll see my adoption failed. My adoption failed. So we're going to readopt. That's the switch that wasn't showing up. So, hey, it's adopting. No wonder, because I just reset it to factory default. And it failed. So either I failed to adopt it properly. Boy, that coffee's cold. So the next step is I'm going to try and log in and just manually reset it. So each of these devices has a shell. So we'll get our fancy Ubuntu shell. Type SSH space root at the IP address. Ooh. Yes. Didn't expect it to. Oh, now I need the password. So, yeah. Anyhow, complete overkill, but fun. Well, I got in. I'm a little confused because he used the new account name and password assigned to just devices managed by this instance of UniFi. These are my options. There's a way to go into like sudo mode or something, but Control C. Oh, now you're not gonna. Well, that's not cool. Exit. There we go. Great. So yeah, it assigns each device a goofy username and an even goofier password. So, yeah, that's maybe question mark. I don't know. Dash H. She's just not gonna give me help. Oh, help. We gotta spell help out for help. There we go. Well, let's see what info tells us. Well, that's unreachable. What the fuck? That's weird. Because I'm connected to it. I have to figure out how to get into the old ping. Obviously, well, shit. There's something weird going on there. You have to think on this. Okay, be figured out. So, it's obviously up and running. It's got the right account name and everything, but it's trying to connect to this box, which is the gateway. So if I try to ping it, I get nothing. Now, of course, it's working network because I'm networked into it, but if I try to ping the box I'm on, voila, it's working. So for some reason, though I don't know why I got duplicates, I got something miswired here. Info doesn't tell me what's connected. Now, this is Linux, so I can do an ls, I can do a df-h to see how much free space there is, though that didn't come out. Uname space -h, tell me what kind of Linux it is. It's Linux, basement Linux. It's your lower Linux. Yeah, interesting. But that's definitely the root cause, is for some reason it can't connect. So maybe if we type route, it would tell us our routing table. Not a lot in there right now. So some of these commands are working, obviously some of them aren't. I do a Control-C, route print, okay. Route-n might give you a pattern. So everything goes to the gateway. Okay, well, figure this one out. So I double checked all the cabling. I moved the ports around and the network cable, and so we're just going to do a set default, which is clearing everything, then a whole fill reboot and reconnect. Okay, it's back online and it's adopting. It's a different IP address, probably because I changed the ports. So I guess I didn't hold the pin down long enough while I was booting or something. So now it should be, I think it's rebooting, or it's, I don't know what it's doing. It's adopting. Sometimes you just kind of let it do its thing, just kind of walk away. This is kind of cool, by the way. It's Ubuntu running under Windows. It's from Microsoft, and it gives me all sorts of fun commands. Like default and ping just continuously pings without having to add any -t's, which is really handy. We got a flashing light. What's going on here, flashing light? Boy, screen looks good there, but starts to really not look good there. Okay, I think we've got success. It's cold down here in the basement. So I should be working on installing network switch on the wall, but I don't feel like it. So I was moving the truck, and I've been watching this for a while. There's something wrong here. Barely 2 fingers. Almost three fingers. Barely 2 fingers. That tab there, not supposed to be hanging down. Somebody attached something there. I think Jimbo attached a chain there and it came out. So we're gonna do the right thing. We're gonna bend it back. So jack goes up. Does up to 6,000 pounds. Truck weighs 6,000 pounds. So either the vehicle's gonna go up or the bumper's gonna bend, or a little bit of both. So we give this a go. We're gonna put some wood underneath there just to cushion the blow. So in the last week or so, I was a little aggressive in the snow removal. And I think I might have hit this and bend it kind of, maybe a little bit. I don't know. So fortunately, Costco had these on sale. So these are even better ones. They got the rubbery thing on there. So we're gonna upgrade that to this tonight. That's our goal. Okay, it's Friday night, so we're gonna address this. So this is the before. Okay, so I bought this little rack mount bracket. This allows me to mount these to the wall so I can see the numbers. I can see the display here that I haven't really played with. I can see the power. I gotta do something with the cables, identify them some more. I moved the modem up here. I don't really like it up there because I can't see the lights. I'm thinking about building a little shelf here. I ripped out all the phone stuff because I don't use any phone stuff. I had to unmount the UPS. It used to hang right here, but it couldn't do both. But I like that more. I can see stuff, and we have to get some shorter cables here and tie this up. But it's getting closer. I can live with this. I couldn't really overhear. That was the idea I had, but I couldn't really see the numbers, and it was a real pain in the rear end. So obviously not everything's lit. Still can't see everything perfectly because the ones in the back, I fucking swear, if you don't get over here and fucking stay, I'm gonna rip your head off. There we go. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't see the lights very well in the back, but fortunately most everything I have plugged in is on the front. This thing's just gotta go. Onwards and upwards, I guess. So I got one wheel on. I had the other wheel on when I noticed that. There it goes this way. Let's put that one on there. You can definitely see the brakes a lot better with these wheels. There's no doubt about that. They're getting a little rusty. I did wire brush the inside where this fits, and I cleaned up, just wire brush these. So now we're gonna take a look at this. This is the wire that is, I believe, setting my sensor off. So it attaches back here in this box. So I bought a new wire back in December box. So we unfortunately gotta take the caliper off to get to where the sensor goes. But I don't know what happened. It got all twisted up in there, but it was shorting out. So that's all that does. When these two wires are electrically connected together, it sets a circuit off because it wears through the pad, but we'll show that later. These are a little dirty too. Of course, it's now raining, so that's good. That's fine. It's good for the flowers. Not for me though. Anyhow, so this is the cable harness that I took out that's broken. So it went from there around over there to this thing. That's the sensor that I'm going to replace. So I got to take this off. So I just popped these rubber caps off, these caps that were in there, and using the old camera here to find out that's a hex. So I think that's a 6 or a 5, probably a 6. So we'll go ahead and take this piece off there. Camera's kind of handy for this kind of stuff. What you hear is our weekly test of the siren. There's a big siren. It used to be over there. Now it's over there. Huh. Interesting. Maybe that's why it didn't work for several months. It must have been down. Well, I started grinding on our wire wheeling this, and I'm like, this thing's just falling apart. I realized it's got a lot of meat on there. Then I bought new pads last fall, but notice there's like a bracket missing, as well as this whole thing screwed up. So there's a lot more meat on the new ones, obviously. So I'm just going to replace them. I already have them. We'll just put this over there. The pin's cleaned up fine. They're stainless steel, so as long as they're not pitted, they're good to go. So I'm just going to clean these up and then re-lube them. So on closer inspection, here's my extra piece. I'm going to clean that up and start to put this together. I'm going to have to squeeze this back a little bit, so I'm going to go get the vice grips. They actually work the best for this. Okay, I think it's done raining, hopefully. This also came with a new bracket, though kind of like the old bracket. She just kind of got in there more, but whatever. So that side's done. So the wire's in there, hits this bracket, hits the bracket back there, goes into the box. Cleaned it up, wire brushed everything, got these in, torqued them, cleaned up the ends, and we're good to go. So just gotta put the tire back on, figure out the torques, tighten these two, check the air pressure on those, and take her out. Comes back and do the other side. So since I replaced the pads on this side, I really need to do it on the other side. I will also check the rear rotor on the other side, maybe clean that up. But yeah, hopefully it's done raining. I need to get some food. So a big Saturday night. We're building our center speakers. So these are the little songs that they sent me because I waited patiently. So I went ahead and did something like I did with the others. And I mount them on this board. They're gonna go like this, enhance out, enhance in. And I want them at a 10-degree angle. So I'm gonna cut a channel here at 10 degrees on the old table saw, just 5/8, so this will sit right in there, actually a little less. But I was sanding on it because she's really old wood. And she's gonna look really pretty, except that's not good. But don't worry, we got the Vampires. So Vampires are a goofy pair of pliers really designed for just what I'm doing. Grabbing and rotating a screw. So I used these about a week ago. My neighbor needed to get 2 little tiny security screws out, and they were triangles, and I didn't have a bit and he didn't have a bit. But yeah, I was able to unscrew that from there. So that'll be nice because I really didn't need to cut this. My carbide's getting dull as it is, so we'll just file this here. So the only thing I haven't figured out yet is how I'm going to attach these. I think I'm going to see if I have any speaker binding posts and then just solder something, or I don't know, because I got huge cables relative to these. So it's bleeding. It's weird. It's leaking. Okay, we're ready to turn on. I temporarily grabbed some shitty spade connectors and tied them into here, and I had to take my bananas off. I don't have a banana receiver, something that receives these, so I'll have to figure something out later, but it's ready to be installed. Well, I'm not super excited with the way that went. The speakers hit the bar back there, which I didn't anticipate, but yeah, well, let's give it. Well, I haven't run Odyssey yet. That's where you hook up the microphone and run it in multiple locations, but oops. So I've just been listening to General Levels. So they do work. Now we got to put some runtime on them. Going into the flats. Gonna go to Machine Gun Kelly's coffee house. I don't think I've been on that bridge in a long, long time.